Hello and welcome to Listen Up Lilith. My name is Lilith and it's time to listen up. A weight loss reintroduction. I want to use this update as a reintroduction to the medication that I'm on, who I am, and why this series is unique for the people that have just joined us for the first time, for those who made it uh, their mission to start weight loss or pursue weight loss with medical assistance. So, yeah, I'm going to do a quick introduction on myself and a quick introduction to Duromine, which is, yeah, kind of what the series is all about. So, my name is Lilith. I am 29 years old. I am from New Zealand. I'm losing my voice. I have ADHD, and I was diagnosed with ADHD about 3 years ago when I was 26 years old. So I'd spent a majority of my life wondering why my brain is so broken and why I couldn't focus, why I was doing so poorly in school, blah, 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 blah. Like why I just couldn't be normal. Never understood it until my doctor was like, yeah, I'm confident that you have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I'm confident in that, and I'm confident in saying that here's where we can go from here. So, uh, yes, ADHD is kind of everywhere, and everyone knows, well, a lot of people know that ADHD was misdiagnosed in so many people, especially in females, for the longest time until more research was done, because the original research was done on a young boy, and that's what they set the hallmark for that to be ADHD. So now that I have my diagnosis and I have the kind of the research and everything to go ahead with learning how to make my my day-to-day life a lot easier and how to like manage my day job and all that stuff effectively. I am actually on behavioral therapy and not on Ritalin. I am on fluoxetine and quetiapine. So fluoxetine is an antidepressant, and quetiapine, it does say quetiapine on here, but that's the family name. Quetiapine for assistance with insomnia/anxiety. I do deal with a lot of anxiety, and because my brain is always firing off a million times, and with the struggle to sleep, the H in ADHD being hyperactivity, I struggle to fall asleep. I just want to keep doing things. So this knocks me out. This has to knock me out to get to sleep. I don't just naturally fall asleep. I have to pass the fuck out. Yeah. So that is what's going on with my brain. With ADHD comes the fact that my brain does not release doesn't release dopamine or serotonin as much as it would do for a normal person. So that is what has caused me to do dopamine hunting. And with that, I'm seeking the little things to give me a hit of dopamine to get through the day. And that has manifested itself in my body as snacking. So I snack on popcorn and chips and all kinds of snacks, chocolates, biscuits, all that kind of stuff to give myself that dopamine hit. And that's what led me to hitting my heaviest weight of 102 kilos. Sorry, that would be my breakfast. So after years of trying to do this naturally, trying to just do it through the gym and trying to just eat healthier and do better, I saw no changes whatsoever. I tried going dairy-free, gluten-free. I tried keto. I tried Atkins, I think it was. The one where you cut out like all carbs, stuff like that. That's not just keto. Or carbohydrate products, things like that. I've tried so many different diets and so many different exercise routines, and nothing worked. So I recorded it for about a year, and I went to my doctor and I showed her, and I said help, and she goes, "Cool, let's do a thing." So she put me on Duromine. She started me on 15 milligrams of Duromine. That started in October, and I saw rapid weight loss after that. I dropped uh, I dropped the 6 kilos in about 4 weeks, in about a month, and that's when I hit 95.6 kilos. on one very lucky day, I hit 94.6, but that was after a crash run of being in a completely different location and strictly sticking to low protein, high calorie, low calorie, high protein, and what, 12,000 steps a day because I was at a convention. And yeah, I have plateaued since then, being back at home and being in a broken kitchen, all that stuff. Yeah. So I have plateaued at 95.6 kilos. Yes, this morning I weighed in at 96. I absolutely blame the return to work and all the start of the year stuff where everyone's like, let's set the tone for the year. Let's all go to lunch. Let's do coffee. Let's do this. It's all my shout. No problem. And of course, I can't say no. I can absolutely say no to the excessive things for lunch, but I can just have a scone. But I'm not going to have a full like a full plate of lunch. Yeah, you got to pick and choose your battles. And when it comes to work stuff, especially in the admin space that like I work in, it's all about relationships with other people. So you got to build a good relationship to work with them effectively. So of course, it's you don't turn down things, otherwise people are going to think dumb stuff. Yeah. So that's the situation with me. That is me. That is my introduction. Um, Moving on to Duromine, the lovely little pill that I take once a day to in the mornings to help with this, to help control cravings. So Duromine. Duromine is a class 5 controlled drug here in New Zealand. Its main ingredient being phentermine. That is a part of the amphetamine families. Now, phentermine, funnily enough, is also used in different controlled states to help with ADHD, as I discovered. But it is a stimulant medication, it is a stimulant drug that, when controlled for Duromine specifically, it is a modified release capsule for being an appetite suppressant, but I will forever refer to this as an appetite recall and return to sender because, oh my goodness, this works. I normally during the day when I'm getting bored, I need something to snack on, but since I started taking Duromine, I have had no cravings to snack. I have had no cravings to eat. To be completely fair, at the scariest times, especially when I started out, I had no desire to eat at all. I had no cravings to eat anything, so sometimes I would have to set alarms to remind myself, hey, I need to go and eat something, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble and I'm going to hurt myself. So I have my strict schedule, just 3 meals a day, and I am on a low calorie, high protein diet to work with that. Duromine being a phentermine, as I mentioned, being a part of the amphetamine family, is also actually mostly well known for for the illicit drug speed, so that's why it gets a bit of a bad name, and which is why it's also not 100% covered by the government subsidy for healthcare and for prescriptions. So instead of paying $5 for a prescription for this, I pay 96. Yeah, so that is still not as bad as it would be in the States. Plus, I get this at the Chemist Warehouse, so there's a little bit of a discount on that. When I was on the 15 milligrams, I would pay $80 at the Chemist Warehouse, or I would pay $90 anywhere else. So, yes, that is what the situation of getting this medication is for. Um, some of the side effects of Duromine have been described as, uh, well, with the fact that Duromine phentermine is what it does is it sends extra messages between the brain and the body. Some people experience things like, the additional energy or the uncontrollable energy. I already have that, so I have a feeling that the ADHD is actually cancelling it out, which funnily enough is what phentermine is also used for. Um, some people experience heart palpitations, and in the beginning I did experience heart palpitations. The biggest the biggest side effect that I experienced was dry mouth. So I was drinking a lot more water. I was constantly feeling thirsty at first, but not now. That is not a now problem. So, some other things that. So, with any medication, there's always going to be side effects, no matter what you do, because you are taking a medication to change the chemical balance in your body for one thing or another. And like I mentioned with the heart palpitations, also sometimes comes with tremors, sometimes come with chest pains, mood changes, headaches. I have experienced those, but I experience those naturally, mostly because I work in admin. So yes, I get that commonly. I already had insomnia, so I had no issue with that, which is why I'm on the quetiapine. Um, since being on Duromine, it does have a bit more of a delayed effect now, so I have to take this at like 6 p.m. if I want to be asleep by 10, because I have to wake up at 10. Um, I've not experienced anything like tachycardia or fatigue. Um, Definitely not experienced dizziness or nausea. I have had a couple of bouts of constipation, sometimes a little bit of diarrhea, but that is probably due to the when I started out with the imbalance of the diet that I was on. So there was some things that were I was trying to like crash get as much protein in my body as possible. At some point, I started only consuming these protein shakes or these meal replacement shakes, things like that. So there was a bit of that, and that's kind of my own problem. Things like mood changes and irritability, I already experienced with the ADHD and with being depressed and young, um, or as some people say it. um, Sexual side effects, yeah, no, that's not for me. Because I'm already ace. Um, Yeah, insomnia, no. Yeah, no, so there's always going to be side effects with medications, and it does show a big, scary list of side effects, but you're not always going to experience these things. Some things just happen naturally, like, of course, the heart palpitations. Sometimes you're going to get rashes. I mean, I have eczema, so I'm not going to see that in the first place. Um, some things are just kind of common sense, but these are just things that you prepare for, which is why you take it in the morning. I take this at like 6:30 in the morning, and I'm fine throughout the day. If I forget, I'm in trouble. If I forget, I'm gonna have a little bit harder time getting to sleep, but that's something that I can prepare for. Um, but yes, that is Duromine. So I apologize. That one's a bit more waffly to explain, but some people have said not to take Duromine on antidepressants. Some people have said not to take Duromine on antipsychotics, which is kind of also what quetiapine is. But I have had no problems with that. I think they're saying that to not take it at the same time because they will cancel each other out. Which is why I take Duromine first thing in the morning and I take the rest of them at night so that they have time to work through my body and to work with everything else. So yeah, that's at least what I've experienced. That is what I've experienced since being on Duromine. But yeah, it is a scary thing not to need to snack, like something that became a habit for me for the longest of times. But I have noticed so much change since then. I've noticed that additional energy, that desire to actually get up and go for a walk or get up and do some exercise, things like that. So I have noticed that, which has always been fantastic and well welcomed into my life. I've looked at getting a treadmill or anything like that. But that's the thing I want to add about treadmills. I don't know if I talked about this last time. I really should just go back and watch my old videos, but I don't. Um, I've been looking at getting some equipment that I can have in my home because I really don't want to be getting a gym subscription uh, for multiple reasons, of which I also talked about in my last video. So I've been looking at some things to work out from home. So I have some regular hand weights. I have my yoga mat for stretching. I have my little program on my Nintendo Switch, which I do every so often. I go for a walk every other day. But recently, looking into a walking pad or a mini treadmill that I can fold away and keep in my house. Um, I'm struggling to find one that's going to work for me because I can't just get a regular walking pad because their max user weight is at 90 kilos. which is really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating because I am at 95 or 96, and it's really annoying because I'm like, cool, so you need me to lose another 10 kilos before I can even think about using you. Great. And if I want ones where some of the max user weight goes up to 110, that stuff starts at like $700, which is not ideal. Not at all. No, thank you. No, it's frustrating. But I had a friend of mine actually give me a Christmas present. She found this. I think she found this on Temu, to be completely honest. Um, it's called a Pilates assistant. I don't know where it is. It's literally just a pole with foam on the edges, foam on the main structure. It's called a portable Pilates device thing. I don't know what it's actually called. She literally just gave it to me. This is just regular foam for security. There is, in the center, you can kind of see these bumps. That's where it connects together. It's two poles with these like rubbery straps. I'm like, this looks like a bondage device, but it's not. You put your feet through this and you do squats or you do stretches and things like that. And I'm like, cool, but where's the weight? This thing is lightweight as all hell, so I guess that adds the portability, but at the same time, I'm like, okay. And I've tried rolling this up to add the tension on the straps, but it just keeps on slipping, which is really annoying. So I have this. I have this. I can do some squats and hopefully build up my butt. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, and I keep, of course, I keep seeing those dumb ads being like, try this wall Pilates thing for 30 days and absolutely get your man back. I'm like, I don't, stop it. I don't want to see that. I am sticking to a high protein diet. Like, if I need a snack throughout the day, like if I forgot breakfast or something like that, I'll grab one of these high protein bars from Musashi where it's like 45 grams of protein for 330 calories. Yeah, 330 calories, 45 grams of protein. I will take this any day. Plus, the dark salted caramel is not a bad flavor. Yeah. Um, I will also add, if you're doing low calorie, high protein, if you're looking for what kind of ratio protein to calories you go for, what I've been sticking to is 10 calories for every 1 gram of protein. So if I were to go by this, so this is 330 grams of this is 330 calories. So the minimum that I would want from this would be 33 grams of protein. But there's 45, so I'm quite happy with that. So yay. Plus, this doesn't have well, this flavor at least doesn't have that weird like protein powder texture in it. So yeah. Um, the shakes. This one's not bad because this one is 137 calories with 22.8 grams of protein. So that's not bad. That's above the what I would hope for. I don't know what it tastes like. I just picked these up the other day. And then, of course, the Opti Slim Life. What do we got here? We've got 206 calories to 16.3 grams of protein. So that's not a good. This is not a protein shake. This is a meal replacement. So yeah, if I wanted this as a protein shake specifically, I would be looking for at least 20 grams of protein, but this only has 16.3. So the math is not there. That is not enough protein to calories on this. So that makes me wonder how much sugar is in this. 20 grams of sugar. Yep, love that. So we'll see how that goes later. Let's see how that tastes. Let's see how that figures. I don't normally like the idea of shakes with the dairy texture to it because it's I know that just does not seem right to me. No, but we will give it a go and see if I like it. I don't know. I picked up banana because they normally banana things end up tasting like banana lollies and not actual bananas. So let's see how it goes. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. So okay. I hope if you've made it this far, thank you so much for listening. Sorry, this wasn't much of an actual update. This was just a reintroduction, a recap as to what's been going on. But yeah, uh, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for those who've joined me. And let's see if we can lose 30 kilos this year. That is the goal. Let's lose 30 kilos. Okay. Bye, guys.